that's funny that you said the therapy shit, because I say that like that's what engineers are. Like they just say therapists that don't talk back to you. They don't really give you life advice, but niggas come in there telling you their whole life story in a song, and you just like, yeah, it sound good, or you like, I'll say this line over, you know what I'm saying? But sitting on the other side, man, just like recording the little niggas around here. Niggas know these little niggas is wild. So just listening to their stories, listening to some of the shit, you like, nigga, hey, seeing how they carry themselves, then 2 weeks later, they come back and one missing because he not here no more. You know what I'm saying? So now they making songs about the one that was just here last week. Yeah, so
that's deep.
Yeah, shit like that. So like, and that shit hit you different. Like these niggas is 18, 19, bro. I vividly remember being 18, 19. I'm not that far from y'all.
Yeah.
I think that's why that's kind of why I relate to the kids and they relate to me. Like, he don't act like an old nigga. He still cool. He still talk to us like he one of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Yeah, y'all can. I'm not gonna smoke with y'all. But yeah, y'all can go outside and do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? I was 16 once too, but it's under some type of supervision. I still got a responsibility when y'all parents is dropping y'all off, type of stuff like that. So, but with them, you know, it's just different, bro. Like, you find out on social media, like, damn, he just hit me a few days ago, the book. And then when you, as an engineer, it's like, who do I talk to about this shit? Like, so I asked other engineers, like, hey, ever lost clients, shit like that? Like, not by, yeah, but like, nigga, like they died, type of shit. Like, how do it make you feel, shit like that?
Indeed. We've never heard this side.
Yeah, so I mean, cause I care. Like, I fuck with the people. I talk to them. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't got a session right after you, yeah, we can chop it up for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I did the internship, just because I didn't have music as an option.
Lord, run your voice through our voices. Make us more like you and less like us. May we mark somebody indelibly. In Jesus' name we pray and know everything is possible. Amen.
Amen.
I would say most people who've been around me in life would probably agree with what I'm about to say. No matter how my exterior has looked, has come off or whatever, I've always been a love mushy love type nigga. When it comes to like romance though, the romance type stuff, always. And I didn't have the examples of it in my house. Like my mom was in relationships, but the example of it wasn't in front of us. You know, she was in different relationships. Never, I don't recall her being with my pops while I was cognizant of it. My pops, he was married, but I never really I seen very little of, you know, the examples of relationships and stuff. All my relationship examples came from black sitcoms and stuff like that. Not just black ones, but mainly that's what I paid attention to. Right. So I always looked at Claire and Cliff, Huxtables. I always looked at Martin and Gina. I always looked at even smaller Overton and Sinclair and what's Cal and Jay from My Wife and Kids. Wife and Kids. And shout out to Tisha Campbell.
She do her thing.
She's in the top sitcom. She's one of the dopest like partners. And
I never looked at it, but yeah.
She is. Shout out to her. She don't get enough credit from that. And then I've always looked to the like Steve Urkel and Laura, hoping he get the girl. I looked at Jamie and Francine, hoping he get the keeper. I looked at who was it? Maxine and what's his name? Kyle. You ever watch Living Single?
Yep. Yeah.
Them. I was hoping they would make it. I look at you on a panel full of black women. Shout out to Art of Rebel. Art of Rebel platform. Yep. And the platform is discussing how to love a black woman. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that was one of the episodes. Yeah.
Okay. And I seen that. Did you learn anything from that?
Yeah, a lot. Even though like I grew up with all women, it's different hearing it from women out here just living life than your mama, because your mama gonna tell you to love it a certain way. But er, that panel like put it in perspective for me of how everybody in this room want to be loved differently. But we want to be loved, but it's just you can't love this girl who was sitting right here the same as her. It's not gonna work.
You know, I just learned that like probably within the last 3 years, you gotta love, and that's not even just romantic relationships,
that's
just period.
It's just about like learning people. Like you can't treat you treat everybody good, but you can't treat everybody the same. You're not gonna get like I'm one person you can cuss out and get the best out of me, but you can't do that to my little sister or it's gonna make her buckle.
What you mean by getting the best out of you when you cuss you out?
Just because I come from a sports background, so I'm saying so.
So Draymond Green,
yeah, that
like
kind of shit.
Your ass.
Yeah, like and I played with niggas who was nice. So you know what I'm saying. Like it just, I get where you coming from, bro. It's not like you trying to insult me or nothing like that. I play with coaches who like football. Y'all acting like pussies. Like nigga, you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up, bro.
So that's to show them not a. So that translates into the romantic relationships.
Yeah, I want it straight up blunt. Tell me, don't like let me do shit and fuck up, and then you want to reprimand me. Like that's not how you do it to me. Like once we coming in, we understand that this what this is. Like let's talk about that. If we talking romantically, yeah. Show me like the Music Soul Child song, like how you was saying about sitcoms, like it's the same here in music. Like that was my pops for real. So I remember that song like as a kid, not understand, I'm just singing the shit out of it. But then as you get older, 16, like, oh, okay, I see what he's saying now. So then I'm 30 now. It's like, oh, okay, now I really get what it is when you romantically trying to figure out a partner, you trying to go through. In my 20s, going through different women and you're not understanding why it's not clicking. And it's just because as a man, I was not trying to learn how to love you the right way. I was trying to love you or like you in my way, or that was it.
You said in your 20s you were doing that?
I mean, just throughout life, because from rap music, it's misogynistic. That's just what this me type shit. You doing that for the bravado of it, the ego of it, like. But like you were saying, as a lover, I'm not really one of them, so it's kind of foreign to me. But I work on it because I do love, but it's just
not mush.
Yeah, in that sense, yeah, I'm not really romantic like that. Like, it's not. I'm not one of. Yeah, I don't know. Love just foreign to me just because it wasn't really shown in the household like that. Or I knew my mama loved me, but I can count on one hand how many times we just verbally was like,
I love you.
Yeah.
Okay, that came often in my household as far as, because I was raised by my mama. But I was also raised by 3 grandparents and stuff.
See.
All of them from the South. You know what I'm saying? So I heard, we all told each other we loved each other constantly. We always told each other. But as far as like on the romance part, I never got to see that. So that was from the sitcoms and all of that for me. But you said you had examples of it and you learned. I mean, not examples. Like, you said you learned early though.
Yeah. Kind of just from my mama. She's mad romantic, mad not affectionate, but like she would always just tell me like, that's how you love a woman, or that's how you should do a woman. That's when I was giving an example of my mom was teaching me from like just love a woman because she wanted to be loved by a man. And then like the panel really kind of opened it up. I mean, you could go through women like, bro, this shit just not clicking, but I do not know why type shit. But you don't even think it's that simple of you ain't even basically learning her.
Right.
Like, so when we had the panel for real, I was like, and that's kind of why I kind of even wanted to put it together because it's different walks of life. Then I want to portray 2 niggas like you can love Michaela just cause she do her thing. You know what I'm saying? You can love Janae just cause she do her thing. Like, it's nothing wrong with that, bro, my nigga. So
I was looking at that panel. I'm like, who the fuck is he? And I don't know stuff. I was like, I knew who you were at this time, but I'm looking at it like, is he the love guru or something? Why is he sitting amongst all these women while they're talking about how to love a woman? You know what I'm saying? Because I never got to see the whole episode. I didn't know where to find it. But I'm like, damn, I wonder what TJ is saying on this episode or what's going on. So I'm like, maybe he knows a lot that I don't. But you sat down amongst them and you learned some things. So I do want to know, like, some of the key points that you took from it, some of the key things that you took from that.
First off was because, like, I kind of came to the idea with them, to Jay. That's who the owner is.
Before you go there. Because I don't want you to get deep in that while I'm thinking about this. Why would you put that together and you're not a love person? So.
Just as you get older, like, you realize, like, we don't love black women how we should as a black man. That, like you said, don't even have to be romantically. Like, this just off on a tangent, but when I was a young kid, a dude walked past as a homeless man. You know, as a kid, I just walk in my head. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. And he stopped me. It was me and Dre, the dude in the group that I produced with. And he like, when you walk past a black man, you say what's up. You greet him. And then I was like, whatever. He like, no, for real. Like, you never know. And he just walked off. And I was like, just taking that advice. We don't even do that to women. Just, how you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? Just little stuff like that help make a woman day. Just when you sit and talk to them and ask them, like, what is it that in your life is just lacking? Or what is it that men can do better? Like, I talk to Michaela often. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to say her name pretty often on this podcast.
She deserves it.
Jay pretty often. Just, I got a lot of my women friends are gay. You know what I'm saying? Or they dabble with women, so
go back and forth.
They do their thing.
I call Michaela Windblow. She just
I say she do her thing. Niggas ask what do she? I'm like, bro, she do her thing. Just ask her. Just talk to her. You might get a shot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I just talk to them and you just ask. I can ask my homie Chairs, like, what made you even just be like, bro, I don't even want to talk to niggas no more. I don't even want to look at them. So then just talking to Jay, going back and forth about ideas about what can we sit down and talk about. I'm like, well, how about y'all tell us how to love y'all? And that's how I kind of just went from there. And then she's like, well, who can we get to sit down? And that's when I was like, I don't know, but we going to figure it out. And then that's when you learn, like, dope. People want to talk.
Yeah.
You just got to get it out of them. They don't know where to get this, where to go talk at. You know what I'm saying? All they got is social media. And you see, that's how I kind of gauged. I'm like, oh, I know Janae, she gonna give it to us raw. Who else was on there? This girl we went to school with. Damn, I can't remember her name right now. But I didn't know what we was gonna get, so I wanted that aspect from it. Then Jay helped put some names together too, like even Raquela, who was married we was probably like 28 at the time. So I felt like that's young to be getting married, whatever. So I was like, let's get that dynamic of how does it feel to be loved. How can a married woman love this black woman from her family to a man on the street? Like, you still can respect and love her just from, not like that kind of love, but just show love to somebody just because they married. You don't got to be disrespectful and all that. You see her out in the cold, man, you need your gas pump, you need help with the groceries, just something simple like that. I ain't saying I'm the upstanding model and I'm lacking in it too still, but somebody got to talk about it. Somebody got to push it forward. Like, we just got to be better as black men.
But after having them conversations, do you get that tap on your shoulder now? Like, where you lacked at it at first? Because even me, like, I struggle with shit I know I need to be better at, and then I start being better at it, but then I lack. And then it's like my conscience tapping on my shoulders, like, go.
It's like bro, don't be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Don't be out here trying to do that. And then again, the music song, practice what you preach. I always hear that in the back of my head. Damn, Barry White.
Yeah.
That deep ass voice, just, bro. With anything, like, I'm one of them who like think 10 times before I kind of like make a move. So it's like thinking of every incident, every scenario type of shit. So I just always hear that like, nigga, if you gonna do that, nigga, remember you gotta practice what you preach. So if you gonna do that, and if it comes to the light, nigga, you ain't looking the greatest in the light because you not practicing what you preach when nobody watching type shit. So,
Right.
Nah, I definitely feel that tap on the shoulder.
Salute to you for even putting that platform together as a person who wasn't even, who come from not even tripping on love like that. So for putting that platform together and having that conversation, because I seen it and I can't say it didn't inspire me to want to have. I may have wanted to have deeper conversations, but it was dope to see a younger person than me leading in that. So I could say I took from you when like, damn, that's some dope shit to put together.
Got good women around me, like for them to even have that platform, they gave me an opportunity to open up, and that's kind of where it started from. And I was like, well, I want to give back to y'all, and that's like what we came up with the panels and stuff like that. But like, me and Jay been knowing each other since like 6th grade.
Yeah,
I'm not the most open person and stuff like that. So when they started this foundation, or this nonprofit, I was like, how can I help? She's like, well, give us monthly entries from a black man's point of view. And I was like, damn, that's kind of deep.
That was deep.
And I was like, well, damn, give me some time. So it would be like, it took a minute, and then one day I felt like I was just in a car or something. And I just started writing. Like, I'm about to just write my thoughts right now. And then it just turned into a paragraph, and I just like, I'm going to text it to her. Then she formatted it, and I was like, okay, now I see the plan. I see the vision now.
Was you a big talker before then? Like, even
I'll talk amongst like my homies or something like that. But even then, like, nah, not really. Or not even expressing, getting real personal. Like, nah. If you don't know, you don't know. I ain't one of them that just come out like, hey, I need some advice or some shit like that. I'll just be like, I'm gonna figure that shit out.
See, not even with the homies, you wasn't expressing yourself. It's probably, I don't know, you can speak to it, but it's probably very important to you now to lead in that. To be an example of that. How did your boy, as a person who didn't, they're not used to even talking about that type of stuff or putting that type of shit together. How did they look at you or look at it after? You know what I'm
saying? I think niggas just accepted it because like they know like T.R. is doing something type shit. So we ain't really never talk about it because I think they just get it. Like, we been homies since like I got like 4 that we really been. I mean, then you got everybody else, but like my cousin, we blood cousins, and the rest, Reese, my nigga, we been niggas since I was in the 1st, he was in the 2nd, and then Rose came shit like 7th grade, 8th grade, and we played against each other. Nigga, we was cool. He came to my crib with my cousin. That been my like nigga ever since. So like niggas, we just accept what it is. We know each other, you know what I'm saying, like brothers. So niggas just accepted it as growth. I feel like all right, that nigga just he coming into a different shell. He coming into his own, in a sense. So and then like you said, just pushing it. I be on that. Like nigga, talk. Like it don't even matter if it's my girl, it's her kid, whatever. Like open up and talk, cause I held a lot of shit for 28, 29 years, like for real, before I even really started doing it and shit. And you feel better, you know what I'm saying? Like you get, it's like letting the guilt off, like finding a way to deal with it. Like I've been watching Eyes just randomly. I know where the show. Yeah.
Okay.
And that was just an episode about just like nigga learn to deal with the guilt. You know what I'm saying? Cause or that shit gonna eat you alive. I'm like, damn, when in a prison mindset, nigga, if you is sitting in that cell, that guilt, that's what's doing it to you. That's what's driving you crazy is that guilt. So I'm like, while I'm out here, I cannot find ways to cope with it. So I do not turn suicidal or I don't want to hurt somebody else just because I feel like, damn, I ain't worth this or worth that because I'm feeling guilty. You know what I'm saying? Like, survivor's remorse is real. Shit like that is real.
It's interesting you say you reference the prison because I feel and it's just rang in my head. Like a lot of us are more locked up mentally
Yeah,
outside of the prison than they are inside of the
yeah,
prison.
I believe that too.
Like you said, it'll lead you to hurt somebody. It'll lead you, like, if you don't. That's why these conversations are important.
Mm-hmm.
Even like when it comes to expression emotions romantically, about romantic relationship, when men do it, when men are having those conversations, because we weren't raised to have those conversations.
Right.
So when a person like you of influence is having that conversation, you're letting people know it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to
So
have those conversations. So bringing it back around,
yeah.
with you knowing, what you getting that information from those women, or wherever you get
Mm-hmm.
the information from. Because I'm sure it didn't stop there.
Yeah.
And
Nah.
it probably didn't begin there. A lot of the stuff you heard earlier in your life is starting to come back, and
Mm-hmm.
you're starting to understand that. With your boys that may not be where you are, or anybody around you. Because you come off to me as a type of person, even when you in the studio,
Mm-hmm.
like, stuff might get personal sometimes, and like people you don't even know like that will come to you about stuff, like just talk to you
Yeah.
about stuff. Sort of a therapist through what you do. So with that responsibility of taking that information from them women, and all that information that you gather, when your homies or anybody is doing something that don't reflect what you
Yeah.
think is the right way to go, are you keeping it real with them?
Yeah. Got to. Cause I learned to keep it real with myself. And that's funny that you said the therapy shit, cause I say that like that's what engineers are. Like they just say therapists that don't talk back to you. They don't really give you life advice, but niggas come in there telling you their whole life story in a song, and you just like, yeah, it sound good, or you like, I'll say this line over. You know what I'm saying? But sitting on the other side, man, just like recording the little niggas around here. Niggas know these little niggas is wild. So just listening to their stories, listening to some of the shit, you like, nigga, hey, seeing how they carry themselves, then 2 weeks later, they come back and one missing because he not here no more. You know what I'm saying? So now they making songs about the one that was just here last week. Yeah, so it just,
That's deep.
yeah, shit like that. So, like, and that shit hit you different. Like, these niggas is 18, 19, bro. I vividly remember being 18, 19. I'm not that far from y'all.
Yeah.
I think that's why that's kind of why I relate to the kids and they relate to me. Like, he don't act like an old nigga. He still cool. He still talk to us like he one of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Yeah, y'all can. I'm not gonna smoke with y'all. But yeah, y'all can go outside and do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? I was 16 once too, but it's under some type of supervision. I still got a responsibility when y'all parents is dropping y'all off, type of stuff like that. So, but with them, you know, it's just different, bro. Like you find out on social media, like, damn, he just hit me a few days ago, the book, and then when you, as a engineer, it's like who do I talk to about this shit? Like, so I asked other engineers, like, hey, ever lost clients, shit like that? Like, not by, yeah, but like, nigga, like they died, type of shit. Like, how do it make you feel, shit like that?
That's deep.
Yeah.
We've never heard this side.
Yeah, so, nah, I mean, cause I care. Like, I fuck with the people. I talk to them. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't got a session right after you, yeah, we can chop it up for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I did the internship, just because I didn't have music as an option. Growing up, like we had like band and shit, but school I went to, the band was fucking awful. So I'm like, nigga, that shit lame. I'm just gonna play sports and shit like that, and that's really the only opportunities we thought we had was, nigga, you better hit them books, get straight A's, get you a scholarship that way, or hopefully you can go D1 or D2 or NAI, or nigga take the JUCO route. So I'm like, I'm about to take that JUCO route. I had it all planned out, but it just didn't go that way for me. And now I feel like if I had one person, just one, that would have been like, nigga, you like music? Or I see you can draw. Why don't you go to this art shit? My mama was like, she supported me, but she was hella busy. She was trying to figure out life herself. She worked a lot. Then she was getting promotions, shit like that. So she was going to school. So like we was there, but we like kind of wasn't, just because she mentally was still trying to figure it out. You going through it with my pops. She really didn't I didn't realize it too till you get older. Like my mama, the baby out of her sisters and them, and it's like a 10, 11 year gap. So that's still even a generational shit where if my mama mentally like, I'm tired, they in their 40s and 50s like, what you mean you tired? Back when I was 20, I had to do this and walk through and do all this. So my mom used to put that on me like, boy, did you know when I was 10, I walked from this here?
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm not doing it. Like,
right.
So, no, so my mom's, she was just kind of busy and shit. So I kind of forgot what we was at.
It's okay. Yeah. I do want to ask you, how important though, I mean, because I think you have a responsibility now. So when you hearing them rapping about this, I mean, we're going to get back to the women though. But when you're hearing them rapping about the things that they're rapping about, and then you don't see them turn up next week because they didn't lost their life, you start to realize, you start to realize, because we do have those people who go in the studio and they just rap, and it's just nothing. They know nothing about what they're talking about. Just some stories they heard that they're regurgitating or whatever. But now that you hear those ones that are true, and he really went out there and lost his life, when that next group come in, how important is it for you to pull on, or are you pulling them to the side? Like when it gets concerning to you, like. And you can't change everybody or whatever, but it's kind of like, I feel like when we know, we kind of have it's our purpose to like pull them to the side. You can't make them drink the water, but at least you know.
And it just like kind of going back to what we were saying earlier, just learning people. Like when it come to situations like that, like you don't try to call them off preachy to them. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna listen to that. I didn't listen to their level. Yeah. So what I do. Most times my method is, and it's for any engineers, when they come in groups, you just find a leader. And most of the time, or the best rapper, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time they're supporting him. That's why they rap. Because he the nigga that's like, yeah, bro, just fuck it, come rap with me, type shit. So you find him. Sometimes they come by themselves. Sometimes they come one or two. And you just talk to them. You know, it might be a smoke break. I might gotta go outside and just stand next to you and be like, hey, bro, you got something, you know what I'm saying? So, believe it. You know, this is cool. I ain't telling y'all what not to do. I ain't telling you not to protect yourself. I ain't telling you not to, you know what I'm saying, do what you got to do. But if you really want to rap. You know what I'm saying? I'll just leave it at that for real, because it ain't really much you can tell somebody who have him to get out here and get it at 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? I got to hustle to survive, and now I'm 18 now, and that's all I know. It's kind of hard to tell them to, go get a job and just rap. But I'll reach out and, like, sometimes even I'll take you home. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Like, I'll come get you to come to the studio. Shit like that.
That's hard.
Just try to let them know that
you care.
Yeah, bro. There's somebody else out here that's it's another option. It's another way, bro. You know what I'm saying? What you seeing and shit is cool, and on TV and what they rapping about is, I get it, bro. I get it. It sound good on them fire ass beats, but a lot of people don't understand that it's power in tongue too. So you don't try to preach that to them like that, but you tell them like, bro, do you believe in superstitions, or do you believe that what you say can come true? You know, sometimes I put them in a scenario. Have you ever said something and a couple of days later it happened? Niggas be like, hell yeah. I'm like, exactly. So,
and when you said something that hit, when you said like, you sometimes it's just the action. You didn't say that, but basically you were saying it. Sometimes it's just the action of what you do. You don't really have to speak it unless it's more type deal. So you picking him up, or you doing all these little other things may create an avenue for him to open up. Like, yo, why you keep picking me up? Why you care? Why you? Then you get to like really drop them dimes on him and stuff, and he be more receptive to it because he knew you care and you was in there for the process. Yeah, you was in there for the long run. You kept doing it until it naturally
I got
came
one
out.
When I started the internship. he gonna hear this. My boy Alex, I think he graduated. Yeah, he do. I was talking to him yesterday. He graduate this year, and he came when he first came. He was rapping about some street shit, like you was saying. Niggas just be rapping, you know what I'm saying? Because it sound good. That's the music you like. But then one day his mama called him and he was speaking like a different Creole, and I'm like, bro, why you ain't never rap like that? He like what? I'm like, in your language. Then that's when I found out, like, what you speaking? I'm asking. He like, bro, I'm Haitian. And shit. I'm like, so why we ain't making none of that?
Yeah.
He like, what you mean? I'm like, bro, that type of music, dance music, Afro beats, bro, that's way bigger than this shit you trying to make. This shit gonna make it up your street. And I gave it to him like that. Like, probably took him a couple of sessions. I ain't heard that shit no more. Nigga come singing, all that. I'm like, you remind me of Sean Kingston. Like, I'm telling you, like, that's what kind of vibe you give me, bro. So when you coming in here telling me you gonna shoot me in my face, what are you gonna do when a nigga who's 17 run up, who ain't got nothing to lose, run down on you? It don't make sense, bro. So don't speak it.
Right.
You don't speak that on your life, bro. You like women. You like to kick it. I see you with your friends. Don't none of y'all look like y'all gonna do a 25 to life. So what we in here talking about it for?
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Let's Afro beat it out, or let's find you a lane that fits you. Next thing you know, he making songs for his mama in that language. You know, it's just, bro, let's not do it, especially if you don't have to, because, man, you can lose your life just going to the Quick Trip.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, bro, if you can avoid all that shit as much as possible, because I do. Like, bro, I don't fool with that shit at all, man. These niggas don't care, you know what I'm saying? I got a picture right there, bro. This is my nigga. Like, when I was talking about survivor's remorse, like, I could have, if I was man enough, I could have, like, stopped a lot of shit. I could have just convinced, maybe, I know I could have, my nigga, to make a better decision. Just think about it a little longer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's it, so.
I promise y'all we're going to get back to the it's very important for him to let us know what them women taught him. But since we here, you believe art reflects life, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the times. When you hear this, do you hear something real? I knew this ink with pain when I took the pen out the box. They cry rivers around me, positioned me as the rock. I'm soaking inside while keeping the hard surface. Don't want to see my cries on their shoulders become burdens. Bro told my other bro he the only family he got. Had me looking at him hurt, like is we family or not? I always showed him my heart and covered the broken pieces. Shed blood showing love and discovered most of them leeches. Do you hear realness in that?
Yeah.
Do you hear life in that? If art reflects life, it's easy to understand it from the rapper's point of view, the musician, the poet, the voice. If I were my perception of your beat, how you produce stuff, the name of your crew, the Goonies and all of that stuff, it would be very dark, twisted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The person I hear talk isn't so dark and twisted.
Right.
But that may be a mask for everything he's covering up. You understand it through the beat. Sometimes we understand it through the beat, the beat too. So what is that? What is behind the beat?
Like, really a villain. Like, I feel like everybody, if you like got a point in your life and you look like, when did shit change for me? Like, we all got like an origin story, you know what I'm saying, in a sense. And
take us there.
Yeah. So mine was like, I don't know if I said this on the pod. I think I just was talking to Nick about it one day, and I was like, bro, I really gotta resume. And that's why I was like, I appreciate niggas like you and Nick, who like, y'all not that much older than me, but y'all are older, and y'all still like embrace us. You know what I'm saying? And y'all black, y'all cool, like y'all kick it with us. You know what I'm saying? Like it mean a lot to me, because for a long time Like do not fuck with older black men. You know what I'm saying? Resentment. Yeah, like I think it was
Nick good for fucking with everybody too. Shout out Nick. Nick been dope.
Yeah, and then like Jazz, like in the music scene, this is scandalous and grimy. So to run into Jazz early and he set the example, like, bro, it's some cool niggas out here, you know what I'm saying, that ain't here for just your money, who gonna help lead you the right way. It's like, all right, bro, I respect that. I can appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So like for the longest, like so mine was I was a senior, and it was a black principal we had, and he was he was new too. So like I don't know why we even clicked, but he just took a liking to me. Like, bro, you cool? Da da da. Like I'm gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying. But I look out for you in a sense, and like as a kid, like I kind of gravitated to that. Like, oh shit, a nigga want to help, look out, bet I got you. So I took a liking to you too, OG. You know what I'm saying? So you a black principal, like. Oh, you got some authority around here, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But I wasn't one of them that abused it in a way. So, like, shit was cool. Then the first incident happened. This shit so damn funny. This girl we was hella cool with, she just got mad at me and Dre for one day for no reason. And Dre we had this class called, I forgot, but they tried to like prep you for college, so they put all the seniors in the auditorium, and we had to take like a lecture class, and it was
just
about
call it college prep.
Yeah, whatever. It was about Greek gods, all that shit.
I like that shit.
I was asleep, so Dre was throwing like erasers at her, and she like none of them ever hit her. She like, no, I'm going to the principal on y'all ass. So she went. And told, I'm like, bro, I ain't even throw nothing. Dre like, he ain't throw nothing. He like, well, it don't matter. 3-day suspension. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, nigga, you said we was cool. Like, bro, I'm trying to tell you my side, shit like that. He like, bro, I don't give a damn, blah, blah, blah. Like, it don't matter. So then the next person I thought had my back was our basketball coach. He came busting that motherfucker like, nah, we got a game Friday. He like, nah, they'll be back. Don't worry about it. Shit like that. Long story short, all right, I'm finna get kicked out of school. Me and Dre got high. I went to Sumner Academy, so you can't have like a wild track record there. It ain't like a regular public school. Like that's cool. So my file was kind of thick. I was doing shit, just little dumb shit. And they like, all right, well, shit. He at the end of the road. We came to school high. They split us up like interrogation rooms, type shit. And the basketball coach went in there. He came in there with me first. He like, bro, you high as shit. I'm like, I know that. Like, let's figure out how we can get this day going, bro. So he went into the other room with Dre, and he in there telling Dre, like, just tell on TJ. Like, just say it was him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got a real live 48 hours.
Yeah. But
48.
But even though the coach wasn't black, you know what I'm saying? It's a coach that's picking you up for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a relationship. Like, you been my coach, bro.
Yeah.
Shit like that. You done, when I was trying to transfer school, you convinced my mama, like, nah, we gonna win. Let him stay. It's the best opportunity for him. All that type of shit. So, okay, you acting like you got my best interest at heart. And so, yeah, shit went left. I got kicked out of school, shit like that. Like, and as a kid, I'm like, bro, I made sacrifices for you. I didn't transfer schools. This is just my thinking at 17, like, for the coach. Like, man, I did a lot of shit to help us win these 2 titles, nigga. And you just know that I'm finna graduate a couple months, and you just kind of like, fuck you, nigga. You ain't fight for me in my, because we had we went back to school on a little appeal shit. And they like, we gonna let him back in school or not. They let Dre back in just because he wasn't really on shit, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have the track record I had.
But you wasn't throwing any race?
Nah, this was for smoking.
Oh, yeah.
No, we took them suspensions like on the chin. We took them. We're on the smoking shit because he drove to school that day and he like, that's how I know he my nigga. It kind of like, I don't know if you heard the Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes little story that they just had about how Kelce knew he could fuck with Mahomes when he was a rookie. But
on a pod?
Yeah.
I ain't get to watch it yet.
But like, he drove to school. I'm like, why am I sitting here? My nigga drove to school. Fuck it. I'm already about to get suspended. They just gonna call my mama. So I just walked out. He walking out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, my nigga. He like, yeah, they trying to get me to tell on you, but nigga, we both did it. So fuck it. I'm like, my nigga, fuck it. So that shit happened, bro. Then it just like, nigga, damn, you ain't looking. I'm asking to get film because now I'm trying to get to JUCO. I gotta figure out a way to still make my mama happy because I made a promise to her I'm gonna go to college.
Mm-hmm.
So you dealing with that guilt, like, damn, I just got kicked out of my best opportunity to get to a college. I gotta go to another school that I got too many credits for. So now I'm just fucking sitting here and the teacher like, bro, just go home. So now it's like, what the fuck am I doing? And I ain't even walked across the stage yet. So that shit just was fucked up, bro. Like, I just had me feeling away towards older men, for real. Like, niggas ain't never, y'all, like, don't got your best interest. I mean, as I'm a kid, bro, y'all, and I feel like you taking advantage of that. Or you taking advantage of my abilities for the greater good for you. You know what I'm saying? And I understand life go on, like it's college, universities or something. Shit keep going and going and going. I was just thinking the other day, like, damn, it's crazy that KU, no matter what, them niggas gonna be here. It was just a random thought. So I feel that, like, no matter what, this school, you not nobody bigger than the school, but nigga, don't treat me like I ain't shit, bro. Just especially after my fault, I did everything at my will. You know, so I feel like to benefit you. Now you went off and you got 2 rings, nigga, back to back that help your credentials. That shit don't mean nothing to me in the real world. You ain't help me set me up with, you know what I'm saying, you sitting down with my mama telling her not to let me go to this other school because ain't nobody gonna look out for me. But when I walked across that stage, bro, I couldn't even call you, you know what I'm saying, to be like, can I get some film?
Right.
Shit like that.
For
so,
highlights.
Yeah, shit like that. So it just make you feel the way towards older niggas, man. Older people in general. It's like, bro, I ain't fucking with y'all. Y'all scandalous, man. And then when you get to music, it's the same shit. Niggas trying to take advantage of you just because you don't know shit.
Yeah.
Then you hear other artists' stories, just not even from here, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, older people are scandalous, bro. I ain't trying to be that old nigga that's taking advantage and getting over on people. So that was kind of like my origin story. Like, you know what, bro, fuck it, I'ma just figure this shit out. I ain't gonna be disrespectful to him and shit like that, but I just ain't listening to that shit.
So it made you resent older people in life, period?
Just older men. Yeah, just older men. For real, like I ain't like I'll listen to an older woman.
Yeah.
Quick, fast, but nigga, not even to even get relationships with them, to gravitate to her. Like I'll be like, bro, I'm not fucking with them niggas over there. I like if it's a job, you know what I'm saying, the OG nigga, they're trying to keep it cool at the forklift. Niggas, shut up talking to me. You know what I'm saying? I just felt that type of resentment. It wasn't hate, cause like, you know, like I wasn't disrespecting them. Man, shut up, old nigga. But it's just like, bro, I don't want to hear that shit. Not even the old nigga talk. Cause sometimes, you know what I'm saying, OG will just drop some game on you and just leave it at that. But bro, I could not fuck with older people. And then that shit just kind of then lit like that. Then going to college and my mama not fucking with me because I withdrew myself. I'm like, that's where it kind of like it clicked for me to live for yourself. Like I went to school on a football scholarship. I don't like football like that, to be playing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just took it because I was telling my mama, yeah, I'll go to college, get a degree for you. Man, I'm like, bro, this shit not it. I gotta just figure it out. So for like a year and a half, like she wouldn't pick my calls up. She wouldn't do none of that. Like she was just so hurt. And at the time, I didn't understand. I'm just like, bro, my mama don't love me, damn. But it's just like I was saying, she's still trying to figure out parenting too. Like we don't be understanding that our parents is trying to figure this shit. Even though it been 18 years. Like, nigga, I don't know how to deal with those 15, 16-year-old. You know, like I can vividly remember the time my mama stopped whooping me. She like, bro, I can't even. You too big. Like, that shit. So, and then certain shit when I would get in trouble, when she just like, she'll have my cousins come over there and like, man, I ain't listening to them either. But I remember that shit, bro. It's like my mama she was trying, you know, she's just trying to figure it out. Still to this day, I'm 30, and now we had that relationship where we talk, yeah. And she like, it's easier for her now because I'm a man.
Mm-hmm.
But we talk about them times, and she can open up now and tell me like, "Boy, I didn't know what to do when you did such and such, or this and that." And then again, you don't know that who my mama got to talk to when her kids going crazy.
That's deep, bro.
Yeah, so
that's real.
Like, ain't no man at the house. She can't call my pops. He ain't on shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I got to figure out how to raise this young man. So I don't know. Maybe she just felt like I was going to be cool. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she was like, I know my son. He'll figure it out. It's like, but she didn't. Because then one day she just ended up calling me. But like, yeah, I'm move. I had to move. I had to find my way back from 6 hours from Dodge City. Found the way back, had to find somewhere to stay. My boy right there, Marcus, it was like, he just had so happened to call me. He like, shit, you come here. It was just God, for real. Like, all right, he said, well, I'm going to put you in some positions with nothing. I'm going to take everything from you. Basketball, the only thing I had ever loved, basketball. I'm going to take that from you, it's gone. You kiss that dream goodbye, son. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out. Now we finna figure out life. I'm going to put you somewhere where it's not the safest, but it ain't no harm going to happen to you. As long as you keep your head on straight, you know what I'm saying? So I moved to Leavenworth, and they slums. Like, it was like they Section 8 projects with my boy. We ain't had no furniture for real, nothing. And then you just see life progress. And I'm like, damn, this being an adult. Like, nigga, this is the decisions you made, so let's make it happen. So that's kind of where it happened for me. It kind of... Well, my origin story started just, you figure it out on your own. Then with this music and life, it turn you cold, but you just gotta figure out ways to not be like that. Like, people ask me, and like, am I an asshole? Just cause I'll be like a nigga music ass. But I'm like, everybody thinking it. If 7 people in here thinking it, and I say it, why that make me the asshole? Because I said it. Like, it's just part of what this music and what life has just done for you, and what I want back as well. Like, I want somebody to be like, nah, that ain't it. Again, Michaela, I can send her something. She like, nigga, why would you even send me that? Oh, she just
did me that the other day. She was like, nah, I appreciate you. That ain't it. That ain't it. I said, I'm cracking up, dog, because I know how you say it.
And that's when they come back. Like, it don't even hurt.
Yeah.
Because
know it's love, bro.
Yeah, and to me it's the same. Like, unless I don't really know you like that, and I don't even say it like that. You know, I'm just giving an example.
Because I was about to get at you.
Yeah, but I tell a nigga, that shit's trash, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Because then, like, I was having to talk, and people was like, do you do that to your clients? I'm like, no, they paying me for a service. So you find ways to say, bro, you should do that line over, or how about you take this out or say it like this? You don't be like, nigga, that sucks. Or how about, like, if they trying to go through the whole song off beat, let's break it in fours. You know what I'm saying? You just find different ways to, you know.
Just like you said, delivering, like, how you give people love differently. You got to give those, that constructive criticism to different people differently, too.
And it's just learning, like, everybody don't take it like me. Like I was saying, like, I don't really be taking this shit personal.
Yeah.
Because it don't be personal. Yeah. It just be music. It ain't like you attacking my character, or, you know what I'm saying? It's just something that hit your ear that you didn't like.
But it's not just music to them, though.
You mean
a lot of people?
Song?
I'm sensitive about my shit.
Okay.
It's my art.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I think when you that's kind of belittling it a little bit, like, just to say it's just music. So you should be able to just take that. But what I'm like, I want to hear that real stuff. I do understand, like you said earlier, you got to approach people differently and stuff like that.
I see what you're saying. So, and when saying it like that, because it can be like something that she don't like, I'm still dropping that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck that you ain't like it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's still pretty fire. So I'm going to drop it. So in that sense, that's why I'm like, I ain't taking it I just came for your opinion. In a sense. But nah, you right, though.
And you got to understand your position, too, because, like Lonzo said, like, the Goonies are the thing for a lot of people here. So people look up to you. So to hear you say something like that, it hurts. Because it's like me trying to teach my daughter how to drive, right? It's harder for her to listen to me, like make even little corrections, because it feels like she's disappointing me, and I may not even be trying to come at her like that. But but if she goes to a professional driver, like somebody who she don't look up to or nothing like that, she's more receptive to what they saying. So us as you're a parent in music, you're like a parent in music. So it's important to like sit back and look. Not what you saying is wrong, it's how you saying it, or figuring out just the approach for every different person. But going back to, you're not like an older people or older men like that. I found that in relationships, period, over my life or whatever, letting people hold that real estate in your head and that keep that resentment and all of that stuff, like that's gonna close you off to so many blessings, because and ultimately that shows just how weak you are. That one person or two or three, how many ever people can stop you from being open to receive something from somebody else. You've been through it enough to where you should be able to be like, all right, this one ain't for me. But I got what I got from that. You know what I'm saying? It's like going to the pastor or whatever. All right, he may be a trash pastor, but I'm gonna take his message that feeds me or whatever. So you may be closing yourself off to something you really need to hear or really need to be around because you're scared of being hurt. You're scared of, and that's in relationship, period. If I was to let some of my past relationships dictate what I got with my wife right now, we wouldn't be together. Because they still own that real estate in my head, so I can't move on with you because of what they did. So I may be trying to give you something, some God may want me to give you, but I can't give it to you because you're not open to receive it because of what they did to you. And I don't deserve that.
And I feel like that has happened, like in the past, just because I believe God puts the same things in front of you to make sure you pass that test sometimes. And so like he would drop me in scenarios where maybe I'm at work, I got a new job, and I gotta learn from the OG, like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Or you at the gym and you working on something and the OG like, try like this, do this. Like, nigga, you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Then just one day, it kind of like just went away. I can't really call it, just like, bro, what is you tripping for, bro? Like you said, like you holding yourself back. You letting, that shit gone. That shit is long gone. What are you doing now? You trying to use that as fuel to get back at who? Who you trying to impress with that mindset? Like, bro, that shit don't matter. Them niggas ain't even thinking about you. But you thinking about them, like you said, shows you weak, bro. You mentally not where you need to be to grow.
And we all go through it. Like,
for sure.
But on the other side of that, you may be called to put something on me that you're not open to give me because you're so closed off to me. Like you're supposed to leave a mark on me through something, but you closed off to old people. So when you're here, I feel anything under God, anybody who believes in God, you're supposed to believe in love, because that's what I think it is. Ultimately, it's just loving people. That's the most important thing. Forget all I'm not saying forget it, do away with it. But everything, whether you talking about the Bible or anything, energies or whatever, it all comes back to loving people. So I may need that love from you, dog. What if I'm closed off to young people and then then I'm trying to get to where I need to open up to young people and learn how to learn how to love young people.
I got you.
Learn how to love young people. But I had this transaction with you, and it's like, man, well, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, us as older dudes, we don't have the access. We do have the access now, but our upbringing wasn't love niggas. Like you know what I'm saying? You might have loved people, but it wasn't about like giving people second chances. It wasn't about hearing people out. It wasn't. So once I step into this zone where I'm trying to, and then you push me away from it, it's like it versus more the younger people. They have YouTube. They express their feelings. They know how to get through all of this. But you closing me off to learning this stuff because you still holding on to some past stuff. I thought you were stronger than that. You know, I thought you was a soldier.
Nah, that's a fact.
Yeah, we put here to teach each other. I'm open to my learning comes from you. My learning comes from my daughter. My learning comes from people older than me or people my age. I'm not closed off to nothing, but I do understand that a lot of people my age or older are like, shit. We're just this is new to us.
Yeah.
These conversations and stuff, expressing our feelings and stuff. So,
and it's for us, it's having to learn that perspective that it's new for y'all. Like it's not easy for just because like you saying like I feel like the younger generation, like they grew up telling everything they feel to the net. So still I'm like in between where like, bro, no, I'm cool, I ain't doing that. And then it's the older people like my mama, man, you better. It's hard to get her to tell you something how she feeling right now, you know, just because that was they upbringing, you know what I'm saying? So it's just learning, like we was talking about learning how your parents are still learning that people got to learn this too. Like I'm going through it with my pops, like he got to learn how to open up and talk, like open up and ask for help, because you couldn't ask for help growing up, or they thought you was weak.
I'm there with my pops too, and I have a great pop. But he's been Superman to everybody. That he don't know how to not be Superman or let somebody in. You know. So I told my pops a few months ago, like, bruh, I don't even know you. I know you for being my pops. I know you for being my Superman. I know you for taking care of business, but I don't know your traumas. I don't know none of that. And like his eyes started watering up. I know my pops go through a lot, but he just don't want to put that burden on nobody else because he used to being the burden carrier. But it was very important for me to say that to him, and just to see him sit there for a minute, eyes got a little watery, and then he was like, not yet, son. But I hear you. That was enough for me. It's not enough in the sense of progressing forward, but it was enough at that time. Like in due time, it'll come out. So
like it ain't. I ain't doing this for nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's baby steps for him. So like it's what I'm saying with my pops. Like he a recovering addict. So you know what I'm saying? It's just having he think like everybody, I got a lot of everybody to uphold a certain image. Like, bro, I'm your son, bro. I don't care about none of that, bro. I don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep it real with me so I can know how to help you. So I can know how to react to things. And I mean, I'm learning. I try not to. I had them days like, bro, you get off my phone, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nah, it's been a journey for real. I appreciate God for like getting that burden of older people off my back so that I could be able to look at this with a clear mind and be like, bro, it's your pops. Like, let's figure it out. Let's figure out a way. Because at this point in life, he needs you more than you need him. So let's be there for him. You know what I'm saying? Don't be holding because he wasn't there for you as a kid. You know what I'm saying? It could be worse. You couldn't even know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, nah. Be what you wanted him to be for you. Offer that to him, bro. And
sometimes we gotta show by example. They just really don't know how to do it. But credit to you for not being super stubborn to God, because it probably was some resistance there for a minute.
For life. Man, like, because like I've tried it. We done tried it, you know what I'm saying, time and time again. It's like, bro, I ain't fooling with you, bro. You not trying. And even though they not trying, like again, going back to Oz, they got Eddie Kane on there. And I'm at that point and I'm like, bro, that's really my pops. Like, this nigga do some bullshit. Like, all right, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, I'm going to get it right this time. But it's like, nigga, you can't give up on that. Because some people just need a little more extra help, or some people need a little more extra love. You know what I'm saying? Again, he the baby. Of 10, 11 kids. Nigga, and it's a big age gap between you and the next one. Your brother was a bully to you. You know what I'm saying? You jumped off the porch at 12. one of my uncles was a big time mob boss. So you know what I'm saying, that's who you looking up to. I didn't know this growing up. You don't know this as 8. I just don't know why my pops ain't around. You know what I'm saying? Right. So as I get older, it's like I let go of like why you wasn't there. Like of we feel that resentment of, man, he wasn't there. It don't matter why he wasn't there and shit like that. We just, as a kid, like my pops wasn't there, so I don't fuck with him type shit. So I looked at it for what it was. Like, bro, he just didn't know. He didn't understand. Like, I got a son. You know what I'm saying? He was just selfish. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold that against him, bro, because that was years ago, and I'm gonna let him know. Like, this is how it messed me up, pops. Like, now I'm kind of selfish because I'm like, man, I don't want nobody to. I remember feeling like I love my pops. I want him to be around. Then I come to games for years. And it's like, man, I hate that nigga. I do not fuck with him. I told him, like, bro, there's a time and period I hated you. Like, I ain't want nothing to do with you and shit. And then when he called me like the next day, like, you for real hated me? I'm like, nigga, yeah. What you mean? Like, nigga, I wasn't playing. Like. So kind of like around that point is when it kind of like I guess clicked for him. He like, and shit, he's 60, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, bro, I'm not tripping on none of that. Like, that shit was a long time ago. Like, listen, how can I help you now? You know what I'm saying? How can I help? I'm able to help you in ways that you couldn't help me back then because you didn't know. I'm telling you, pops, let's go get some mental help. You know what I'm saying? Like, my nigga was in a wreck. Like, really, he got hit just outside by a car, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling him, like, bro, that's God. For real, for real. And he one of them, like, God this, God that, but my fault. But him going through that and him seeing, like, none of them niggas you ran the streets with, none of them women, none of that. It was me every day coming up to you, letting you know, like, we ain't got that relationship, but you still my pops. And I'm going to come to this hospital to make sure that you good to go. And when he got out, I think that's when he like, damn, my son do got my back. You know what I'm saying? So he called me down there too much, but I don't be, you know what I'm saying? I accept it for what it is, because shit, and in his mind, I'm trying to explain to him, like, bro, don't feel like you got to make up for what was lost. Like, let's just worry about now. Like, just be you now. Don't be trying to be super pops from, you know what I'm saying, trying to spend all your check because you like, I want to take care, I want to go out to eat with my son. Like, we ain't got to do that, bro. Just call and say, how you doing? That's cool. That's what I was looking for when I would come home from practice. And I couldn't do that. I just had to sit in the room, play the game all day because my mom's was doing homework and shit and working. Like, 'cause my mama, and again, I want to thank her because that shit crazy how she really not sociable. But I now know why. It was because you just, like, I'm going to make that sacrifice of cutting off my whole social life for growth and for the betterment of my kids. So now that she cool and the grandkids is cool, she don't got no social life. And it's kind of hard for her because it's like for 20, 30 years while I was raising y'all, it was the same routine. Y'all go to work, go to school, pick y'all up. Go to work, go to school, pick y'all up. So, like, seeing them two different dynamics, that shit just crazy.
Yeah. How? Cause it's dope to you. It's dope that you're being effective.
Yeah.
So I'm imagining, like, being right about stuff doesn't even matter to you. It's you see the effect you having on people and stuff like that.
Yeah. You start to learn, kind of just like what you were saying, like with influence. I'm just humble by nature, like, but I know, you know what I'm saying? I know people watch, I know people pay attention.
You know how they look at you.
Yeah. So I carry myself that way. Like, this is what I asked for when I first got into the music shit. Like, I just want to be somebody. And then you realize, like, this is what your calling is, to be that somebody. And shit, and you embrace it. Like, the teaching, my mama used to say it all the time. It used to make me mad. Like, she like, you should be a teacher. You could just got something. You should be a teacher. Like, what are you talking about, mama? And look at me. I'm at the arts tech teaching. I do the internship teaching. The kids that be around here, you gonna pick up an instrument or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? then when you talking about like with the black women or being an engineer, I just find myself like trying to spread the information from here to over here because maybe these people over here ain't getting it, or they don't know how to get it, or they don't know how to receive it. So let me be the one to be like, okay, like you said, that line right there. Some people might not have got that line, or they might not have felt that there was life. They might just thought it was words rhyming.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So let me translate that for you. And that's kind of what I feel like my role is to, again, be in the middle of the generations to get from the OGs to the 19s and 18s.
Bridge the gap.
Yeah.
Bridge.
So like, cause Nick would preach that to me, like, how can we bridge the gap? And then it was like,
big on that.
Shit, me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can help stop. Prince.
It's okay.
So it'd be like, I can help do that. So I just take that role on, and whether it be in the studio or just talking to one of the young bulls just about music, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll find a way to get into life. Like, how life going though?
Fire.
Yeah, how school, what them grades looking like?
That'll have them coming back to you, and then it makes you enjoy your job.
Yeah.
Because people trust you with something so delicate.
Yeah.
Like, they start to open up to you. And
like
stuff.
you were saying earlier, like, they'll sit down before a session and be like, look, bro, my shit, you know what I'm saying? Or I got this girl. And it could be just any client, you know what I'm saying? I in that regard, I treat them all the same. Just, I got a good customer service background. You know what I'm saying? And I like to listen. I ain't really a good responder, and I noticed that about myself, but I'm good at listening. You know what I'm saying? Just being the ear.
Maybe that's your... I don't know. Maybe I don't... Because I was super quiet when I was younger, but for some reason, people always come to me with their stuff. And now even more. Now I started embracing it, and I started opening my mouth more or whatever. And I feel like it's very, especially with this platform too, it's very important for me to master the art of communication.
Yeah.
Haven't mastered it yet. Never will master it,
right?
Because I'm always going to feel like I need growth somewhere, so that keeps me open to grow. So maybe you should start to, I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just saying maybe it is, the next step of that is like learning how to respond. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't just stop at, okay, I'm cool right here what I'm doing.
And then, my fault, but a lot of that come from like, just like, again, me having to learn how to give the information to you. Because if a woman comes to you with nigga problems, but you know she love them, you know what I'm saying? You know she want to make it work. It's kind of tough to just be like, bro, you seeing all the signs, just leave that nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of, like, that's what you want to do. But it's like, you can't just do that, bro, because then your friends might not be come to you the next time because you just, in a way, dismissing they feel like you being dismissive, or, like, again, everybody can't just take it like for what that is. So, you know what I'm saying? You just got to figure out ways. So I think that's like, I'm in a process of learning just better ways to learn how to respond to different people. Because it might be a producer calling me with a problem. Then it could be my sister calling me with a problem.
I might call you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like figuring out better ways to be a zen, be a therapist in a way. So that's been it's one of my goals, actually, to be a better communicator. That you said that.
You ever wonder why? Why you? Because I always wonder why y'all. I love it.
Yeah.
But what is it about? And it's always an aura thing. It's always a demeanor thing. It's always, but I still don't know why.
I don't. Like, I got a homie, Jarrell. He'll just call just randomly and just go 30 minutes just about music shit. Or I got a cousin. I'm sorry, Tasha. But she'll do the same shit. Call just going about life shit. Just, I'm talking about going. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them where you can go eat, put the phone down, like just going. And like my girl would be like, if I was there, I'd never call you. Because you just listen, bro. You don't never say nothing back. I'm like, because in my mind, I feel like that's why they calling me.
Yeah. And sometimes it's important to just listen and not respond, but sometimes it's just picking and choosing. Yeah. We all still trying to master it.
Yeah, that is a big one, picking and choosing too. Because sometimes it is warranted. The response is warranted, but like I'm like, bro, they know. Like you said, they just know. Like I can call T and just get this shit off, and then being like, all right, thanks. I'll call you later.
It's like, such a compliment because you get those people too that be like, I don't know why I'm telling you all this. I really don't. I don't talk to people like this. It just seems different with you, and I just got that yesterday, and I'm like, man, it's so dope that they willing to. Yeah. I'm honored, but I want to know what it's crazy because
like, you don't know. Yeah, you don't know, but it's whatever
God gave you. It's what God put on you. Yeah, sometimes you're not gonna get that answer. Why? But it's such a blessing.
I saw be searching though, but I saw be searching for the answer. Yeah. But like you said, sometimes you just not gonna get the answer, but you just embrace it.
Until you run into that person that you finally open up to, and you like, that's what they see. Mm-hmm. That's what they see in me. Some of us don't never run into that person, but I imagine that's what it is. It's like you run into that same person and you might sit back.
A place of peace.
Yeah. You probably don't even ride with like music and stuff on, do you?
Not often. That's crazy. Not often.
Just think a lot of self-analyze, because for you to even come to the point where you want to talk to your father like that, or, try to make yourself better, I would imagine you do a lot of self-analyzing and be
often.
Like, often. Yeah, that shit is so... Yeah. It's therapeutic, and it's always so fun to be like, damn, I did that. Yeah. I made a difference there. But we aren't making a difference. So we're going back to the women. Because we need to know this. What did you take from sitting down with women? Because it's a mystery to a lot of us. It's like how to love a black woman.
So I say my takeaways would be listen to how they want to be loved. Listen and receive it. Don't just listen to be like, to let her get her shit off and then you still love her how you feel like she should be loved. Like, really sit down and listen to any black woman in your life. And even if you got to ask them, like, as your brother, how do I need to show you love? I had to do that with my sister. Growing up, we ain't had the best relationship. For real. So where we at now, I ask her, you know what I'm saying? What can I do to be a better big brother? Let me know, because I don't know. And then when you talking romantically, like I even had this talks with women too. Let us know. Tell us. Because we do not know. Like, it's not taught to us as a man, for real. It's not really taught to you to how to love a woman the right way.
But how do you tell a person that don't want to hear it?
Then, hey,
I'm just saying, most of us dudes don't want to hear that. Like, how do you get to find as a man?
I feel like as a woman, it's the same way. You gotta learn him and figure out what ways can you instill things into him. Like, we all receive things different. We all learn things different. I can't tell a woman, what she could. I know for me. Like, I will want you to, I'm going to ask you, even if I'm not receptive of it, I will want you to come tell me, like, you're not doing this right. Or, this is not, I'm not the big, don't hit me with the I ain't your last girl. So don't do this type of thing. But, kind of let me know that though. Like, let me know, and it, not even just whatever, because I think that's the problem with a lot of relationships. We don't be knowing. We just going off of what we think we should supposed to be doing, what we see or what we hear or what we feel is right or what our niggas is saying. Well, I see my homeboy and I ask him, like, now I don't be asking a lot of my homies, you know what I'm saying, just because we got a lot of the same background and shit. For one, I ask my cousin like about love shit just because I know for a fact like that's where you been wanting to be for the last, 15. So I know I know it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? You know them niggas, like, I know for a fact we go somewhere, that nigga not even gonna look at nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's shit like that. But a lot of that shit just be learning. You just ask from women. So I say listen would be one big takeaway. And then I'm gonna give you 3.
My man.
Another one I would say is let's see. Cause it was a lot, man. Like just learning from, I mean, just listening to all these different women, but respect them. And I think that kind of go with love, but we don't respect a woman's sexuality enough. I feel like we find out a woman bisexual, we ready to throw a threesome at her. Like, damn, nigga, relax.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
That's real.
It's a respect thing, and I think like I'm guilty of it. You know what I'm saying? I think it was just like I feel like now looking back at it, like I didn't respect you enough to even be like to get to know you. I'm ready to just sexualize you and put you because I heard that you or I know that you like women too. So just in respect the love that they need. Like again, bro, it's just really big on. Well, I'm really big on loving people. How each individual want to be loved for real. And then the marriage portion of it, just hearing how like love really hit, like how love be working. Like I learned how love can work in just different ways for real. Cause like I was saying, I'm not a big lover. I love, but I don't care if you love me back. I mean, I do, but it ain't like I'ma love you regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them, like, you can't just cross me and shit like that. But
Yeah.
I'ma love regard. If I say I love you once, that's it. I ain't one of them that I don't love you no more because we ain't talk or because you did me wrong or some shit like it was. If it was there, I felt it for a reason. So it ain't just some shit that just can't go away type shit. So learning from how to the marriage shit just with the love is crazy because loving somebody unconditionally to like is that like just hearing it is like damn you can do that like that's some amazing shit for real like because people say it from a parent's point of view like you love your kids unconditionally. I'm like I'm not speaking of that. That's different to love somebody that was a total stranger to you at once. Like not like you love your kid, but unconditionally to where like you love them damn near more than you love yourself. It's like crazy. Like I was like I don't know how people. I really learned that people be doing that. So
you with those that unconditional love, I believe you have to go in there with the mindset of never saying never. Because a lot of us are going there. Never will I stay with her if she cheated on me. But what if you really want to after she cheated on you? But you didn't throw out this never to all your homeboys and never to everybody listening that your pride or your ego is like, fuck that. I already told them I wasn't staying, so I gotta leave type shit. Holy Spirit, speak through me. Something just came on my mind. We gotta respect the bench. And what I mean by the bench press, the weight that the women have to carry every day. We do not respect that.
Yeah.
We talking about the kids. We talking about if they got a job, what they got to deal with at their job. We talking about their friends, their family, and then got to deal with your shit after coming in with the weight of the world on you into the household and dumping it on her and not even respect her when she's trying to be like your friend.
Yeah.
A lot of times they cover up whatever they're going through to be in a position for you of happiness, to be a face of happiness for you. Oh, babe, how you doing? How'd it go? Or whatever. And you just ignoring her, throwing her off like that. That hurts.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be your friend. I think one effective move for black women or women, period, would maybe be, and I could be wrong, would maybe be getting fed up a little quicker. Putting your foot down a little quicker. It definitely worked when my wife put her foot down on me. It started, and it's slow process though, but I wanted to get better at things, you know what I'm saying? Where I didn't want to be her friend. I didn't know I didn't want to be her friend, but you know, she come in, want to just talk about Susie and Bob and Jill and all these names I don't know, and she's not really saying those names. I'm just throwing names, Shaquika, whatever. You know, she talk about what they going through, and I'm kind of like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Somebody said something important to me today, or my wife want to talk about interior decorating and stuff, I'm kind of like nonchalant with stuff. I'm like, cool, do it, go ahead or whatever. Now I want your opinion. It's not always just about like, yeah, I like that, whatever you do. Yeah. I want your opinion. Somebody said something to me today. Shout out my homegirl Cindy. She said, I used to be the type that don't care when my wife, like, just don't care. And she just said, no, care.
Yeah.
Because I was on some, I just let her do whatever she, whatever. No, care. No, care. It said so much to me. It's like, no, be her friend.
Yeah.
Even if you really don't care about the stuff, engage it. That's all she wants is a best friend.
That's it.
She wanted somebody she can come let the world off to. She going through shit too. You ain't the only one going through nothing. Like she's dealing with the kids too, figuring it out. So that's just respecting they bench.
Yeah,
they bench press way more than we bench. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Respecting they bench.
Yeah. You said what I needed to say, but thank you, Lord.
Because
for real, like that's a big thing for real, and like especially like when the niggas, we know a lot of niggas or a lot of women deal with niggas who ain't doing shit, just at the crib, ain't doing nothing. Like,
say something.
Oh yeah, that's not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You banking on her to be your support. So nigga coming home to deal with that, bro, like that's crazy. And like you saying, how can you tell a nigga that's doing that you need to love her or respect her because she ain't saying nothing? Like you said, she not fed up fast enough. You get fed up fast enough, hey, a nigga got two options. He gonna figure it out or he gone. Like it's really that simple. And that's the message I give my female friends, like especially when it comes to that, like what you really want. If you questioning what you really want, you might as well get on up out of there. But if this really what you want, you're going to have to find a way to make it work. For real. So
if we value you enough, once you put your foot down and walk out, I promise you. Oh, we going to step it up. And we may not realize all we need to do then, but we going to start making the process. We're going to start steps. Yeah.
What I need to do, you gonna get to ask what you need, what you want me to do, what like, and that's what it should have been from the jump. Don't wait till, and I just was learning that, like, don't wait 2 years in, not with this particular, or you getting to know somebody 2 years and you like, damn, I don't even know how, like when women be talking about what is it, they love language, like it's we 2 years in, I don't even know if she like gifts or touch or nothing, like I don't know that shit, like so.
Sometimes we got to pay more attention, though, too. Like, if you care enough, you'll pay more attention.
And that's what I'm good at. And I think that's what my problem was with women growing up. Is like, I would pay too much attention. And, like, I win them over because niggas ain't doing that. You know, it's the little stuff. Like, oh, this nigga listen and he pay attention and shit like that. Like, it ain't really much, but then that's when you learn, like, it really don't take, they ain't asking us for much, bro.
They ain't asking for much. My wife don't ask for much at all.
Yeah.
But my growth, I'd be remiss with two black men, to talk about that and not talk about this.
Yeah.
What does it take to love a black man? How do you love a black man?
I feel like be his, like when you were saying about being a best friend, I feel like a man should be able to come to you and you his piece. And that could look like whatever it needs to be. If y'all together just sitting in the room in silence, you know what I'm saying? Like that's his piece and you understand that. Again, learning him, like a lot of men need to be asked how you feeling. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
really?
Yeah. For real.
No, really?
For real. Ask them.
How are you feeling? I'm not. No. How
am I feeling?
No. That's what we need to do to us. Like,
no, for real.
You know, that's kind of like a greeting. How you doing? How you feeling?
Yeah,
no. Stop. How are you feeling for real? What's your level?
Yeah.
How do you really feel today? Like, what's your emotion? What number you at today? Like that type of. That's real.
Nah, for real. It just appreciation. Not even, you know how women be big on the I ain't appreciating the shit you should be doing. it ain't even that type of appreciation. It could be a simple, I thank you for providing. You know, a thank you. No, that's what it is. Like
we need affirmation.
Like, affirmation. I don't feel like men ask for a lot as well. Like on that level, I don't think for niggas ask for a lot, but we might need a lot.
The problem is though, we don't know we need that until we receive it. Yeah. Cause somebody could say something to me like, cause I'm not used to receiving these certain things or whatever, and my wife would say certain things, I'd be like, damn, I didn't know how much I needed that compliment or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't be tripping off of it, but I know how it made me feel when she keeps saying it or whatever. Like, damn, you really fuck with me, kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like even let's just say I cheat on you. You take me back, not him. I cheat on a woman. My wife. She takes me back, right? You don't come back in it. If you accept me back, you accept me back trying to work this out.
Right.
So you don't come back in it. You have to encourage me through the things that I'm doing right. Maybe you don't think you should have to do it, but us as dudes, like weak-minded, it would be like, you taking out the trash, I see you. Don't be like, damn, you used to didn't do that. You finally on that type of time. Like, babe, I noticed you take the trash out. I appreciate that. Because we don't know how much we hear that. I mean, need to hear that. And I'm saying that's like taking out the trash. That was just an example.
No, for real.
I noticed you paid attention to the gutters. You cleaned that out. It's like, man, you like that, huh? You fucking with that? Yeah, we, all right, I'm going to paint this motherfucker next. You know, we need to hear those type of things. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying y'all need to baby us, but you do have to be, y'all already patient with us. You know what I'm saying? But
too patient.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's got to be a balance, but like you have to, I believe women have to find that thing where they're not just constantly like coming down on you when you are trying to change or whatever. Like reminding me of what I was, because if you keep reminding me of what I was, it's going to make me want to tap back in and that. Well, shit, might as well.
If you don't keep doing it,
you gonna keep bringing it up.
Yeah. So that's a big one. What else? I feel like so what we said, words of affirmation, learning who you loving. What else?
Just simply, I see you.
Yeah,
that's it. Just simply, I see.
Like, no, it don't take much to keep his attention like on you for real. It's just once women stop, then it's like sometimes they don't even have the self-awareness to be like, damn, what is it that is why he not looking at me the same, or why he don't touch me like he do or used to, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So instead
of just being like this, you not. Okay, what am I doing? And that's both ways.
Yeah, for sure.
What am I not doing? What am I doing to make her react like this? I'm not saying how she reacting is right, but where am I not being more at, or being growing at, or just giving them, just stepping back and just looking at yourself first. That shit is very important.
So I think women just be more on that instead of banking on him to just come out and tell you. It could be something like, because it could be something that's he don't like in you, but he don't know how to tell you, because you know how sometimes women be like, it could be a weight thing, something simple like that. Niggas be picky about some bullshit. It could be your feet. He say you don't get your feet done. You know what I'm saying? Simple like that, and he don't know how to tell you because you take everything personal.
Yeah.
So could just be some bullshit like that, or it could be something serious. You know what I'm saying? That he don't know how to be like, I ain't feeling right. I ain't feeling the same. What can we do to re-spark it or get it back feeling like we did when we first met each other? Yeah. Niggas don't know how to say that. We just act different.
It's because they are so sensitive, like I said, sensitive about my shit.
Yeah.
Women are sensitive, where they have to stop being so sensitive because we don't know how to tell you, so we're quiet about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Allow us to tell you, don't be sensitive about it. I met you like this.
Yeah.
You got comfortable when, just like you met me and I was taking you on dates and I was doing all of this. I got comfortable when stopped doing it after I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So y'all gotta make it more. Y'all gotta open up more to receive it because we want to be able to tell you, like a friend. I'm not trying to disrespect you. Baby, you getting a little,
yeah.
You
Nah,
getting a little sloppy.
Yeah, it's tough to like in a lot of situations it'd be tough to like talk to him as like you would talk to your friend, or even if she was just a woman friend. Like it'd be like that's my woman. I can't just say like she not gonna receive it because it's coming from me.
Coming from you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like if it's her friend, like girl, what you over there doing? Well, y'all eating good, shit like that. But if it's me, like you need to put that down.
Let TD Jakes say it on a sermon or something. Woman, get off that couch.
Yeah,
be the woman you was before you was. You getting lazy. I'm like, yeah, I do need to.
Yeah.
Then she'll probably come to you like, babe, you think I'm getting fat? Yeah. Why wouldn't you say something? Well, I didn't know how to tell you. Shit.
Now that's a whole ordeal. Now you gotta deal with why you ain't say nothing. Why you letting me get big? You just sitting her. Now she got all type of speculations building up in her head just because you was being quiet. And now she like, that's why he didn't want to sleep in here last night. Actually, I was really just tired and I fell asleep on the couch. You know, just little shit like that. So. And
I think in a nutshell, man. Men, stop putting your trauma on these women, and women, stop putting your insecurities on these men.
Please.
You know, if you're going to go into something, go into it open. And I'm talking to me. I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm talking to us all. That's probably the best way to go about it.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's with any situation. You go from one job to the next, you know what I'm saying? As a man, don't take how you felt at this job, like take it as a new opportunity. I'm going through it right now. Like I could feel a certain way, you know what I'm saying? But this a whole new opportunity. I got a new chance to do something new. So that's what it is. So I think that's just with anything. Don't, like you said, don't put them traumas. Learn your traumas too. Learn what trigger you.
Triggers.
You know what I'm saying? Like just a lot of the car rides. I do a lot of just thinking in general. So just car rides the best time, showers the best time. Just think like, hey, what's going on? How you feeling today? What we gonna do today? How we gonna be better for tomorrow? You know, what we doing for next year? Just all that. Like I'm big on self growth too. Just because once music healed me, I was like, damn, growing is cool. Like, this growing, this shit cool, bro. I don't want to be feeling it feel good to not think how I did it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It feel good to just know that I'm more self-aware than I was, and that I can still keep getting self-aware. It's good to know that, bro. I can keep getting smarter and getting more knowledge
and giving it all.
Yeah. So that's what I really be on for real. I appreciate God giving me the ability to see that in myself. And to want to, for like, it don't take money. It don't take nothing to pass the game down. It don't take none of that because somebody might need it. They do need it actually. So that's a big one for me. And like what y'all do, like just like, and then it kind of encourage you to see like when Nick out here in the field working with them, working. You know what I'm saying? That shit like, all right, I visually see what I can do. Now I got an example of it, a positive example of it. So I appreciate Nick for that for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like helping me to see that. Like he kind of put the battery in my back. He would say it and shit like that. Like we need a bridge. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? I do it. You know, shit like that. I'm like, damn, God did put me. I do know I can't get in a lot of the rooms. You know what I'm saying? I do got a lot of contacts. I can call such and such and be like, bro, can you do this for me? Shit like that. It's like, so.
Nick really rock with you, though,
yeah,
bro.
That's my nigga, bro.
Nick really rock with you, though.
He hella cool, bro. And then it just, again, it helped with the resentment shit. You know what I'm saying? It helped. It just, having OGs make life easier. He'd be laughing because I say OG, but I just, that's the correct, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like Mr. Nick.
But it's spirit, though. You know what I'm saying? He ain't that much older than you, but it's all about spirit. I'm sure you probably are OG to a nigga that don't know your age.
Them niggas call me uncle, all that.
You know he probably 1 year younger than you and don't even know it. It's just because how you carry yourself.
Yeah, so.
You know, the demeanor
I
and the wisdom you give off.
Appreciate that, and to be able to just give it back is that's even more a blessing because you can see it. Like when you was talking about like somebody, your wife just saying like, I see you take out the trash. Like it feel good to see people seeing what I'm doing, like with the teaching stuff. How the guy yesterday was going viral for teaching his kids music production. Like I woke up, that was the first thing I saw. My Johnny that was on the pod, she had texted me that like, this remind me of you, keep going.
That's dope.
And I was like, damn, that's people see it, cause like I don't take no money for none of this shit. Like it's just something I really, really want to do, cause it wasn't offered to me, and I believe in that saying that be what you needed. You know what I'm saying, to everybody else. And like I needed somebody that was like, I needed me. I needed somebody to look over my shoulder to make sure what you doing, what's going on today, how you doing today.
Take your discouragement, make it somebody else's encouragement.
Yeah, that's it. What's your future plans? I'm asking like, what you trying to do for the future? You know what I'm saying? What you doing for your mama? You know, just little stuff like that. How you taking care of your mama? Make it easy for you. Like with the Haitian kid, he telling me like them just being from Hades, and I'm just asking them different questions like, what's it like?
You're intrigued.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just what's the household like?
Nobody ever asked me that.
Yeah. What the household like, bro? What how y'all get here? You know what I'm saying? What's y'all backstory? Stuff like that. And he telling you and shit like that. And then I'm like, now everything you just told me, put that in the song.
Hard.
Yeah, like I ain't even thinking it.
Set me up.
Yeah. So, yeah, bro, it's just for real. Cause like I was saying with like the universities and this shit just gonna keep going, what you hear or not. And to maybe I know it's gonna happen with the music shit, but maybe it don't. What did I leave behind? You know what I'm saying? Who life did I impact?
What they gonna say about you?
Yeah. That shit, it matter. Your legacy matter. Like, you can walk in somewhere, you see them pictures. Nigga, I'm in 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? I left something here. I did something that was a part of something from all that. So I kind of carry that with me. Like, everywhere you go, you need to leave an impression. Job interviews, I'll be in there wowing them people. Give me that job. You know what I'm saying? I left you just so intrigued, bro. So, no, I feel like just in every aspect of life, it's like, how they gonna remember you?
It's a hurtful thing to lose people, but it's always, for me, it's always such a dope era to be in, to hear people tell the stories of that person and the stuff that you didn't know about them. It's like being at Calvin Wainwright's going away and just hearing the person that he was, seeing the pictures like, yo, how are you this many paces affecting this many people in such short time? How do you have the time? When you see a Kevin Hart doing a million things, you see all these people doing it, like Kobe, hearing all his stories. It's like, bro, when did he have time to do all of this? How do you talk to all these people and seeing how he really affected people? That shit left an indelible mark on me. That Kobe felt like my big brother. Because I learned a lot just hearing it. I'm talking about aside from the fucking basketball court. I'm talking about all the other stuff he was doing. Hearing him speak, it made me want to speak better. Same with LeBron. I used to hate LeBron, but I didn't hate LeBron. I hated his fans. I realized that dude is great. And I learned so much just listening to him. And like, I be feeling like when I lost Kobe, man, I felt like I lost a big brother. That's what I want people to feel about me when that's the effect I want to. I never met that man in my life, but I feel like I had people calling me that I didn't even knew my love for Kobe or relationship with Kobe. I didn't have a real relationship.
I know what you mean.
And they like, bro, I'm sorry for you.
My mama called me like, you okay? Like Kobe was. Yeah, I remember crying when they lost to the Kings in like Game 6. I thought it was over. I was sick, crying, boo-hooing. They like, it's another game. Just relax. I'm like, no, Kobe was my dog, bro. Like you said, I ain't even know him, but just the story from the work ethic to the stories off the court, like it just, I was like, bro, I aspire to be like that, work that hard, and lead, like you said, lead that type of impact. To when he did, it's like. Every day you still hear new stories of like
and
how
then
he impacted my life.
The harder part is you did that to the world, but your family has the same thing to say about you. I had to fix myself in that area because I used to be like, damn, if I die,
Hey, nah, that's
I don't want all these people at my funeral saying all this great shit about me or whatever, and my daughters and my wife sitting there like, well, who this nigga y'all talking about? Because I didn't get this at home. That same Kobe got that thing from his wife, his kids, and then granted, a lot of people gonna, they're gonna say good things about you. That shit felt real.
Nah.
So I want Nipsey the same way. Like I want that. I want, you know what I'm saying? I want them to be able to.
That's crazy that you say that's big, because that's what kind of got me to asking like my sisters and them. Well, I only got one sister, but asking her like, because you don't want. I ain't saying like I had that feeling like exactly, but it's like, bro, I don't want my sister and them, my mom feeling like, cause we all we got in the end. It was just us three. So it's like, y'all really who the opinion matter, who I really I care about. Like, so like, what we gotta do to make this relationship be better? What we had to do to figure it out? We're gonna have to have them tough talks. Like, you wasn't there for me as a big brother. When this happened, I feel like, let me know that. You know what I'm saying? So that we can get past it. Cause I don't know why you feel this way about me as a brother. I don't know why you feel this way about me as a son. But let me know, and I'm gonna tell you why I feel this way as a son, and we all gonna fix it as a family. Cause like, and then at a grand scheme of things, I don't want them at the funeral like, this nigga made all this money, he ain't even talk to us after he made it. You know what I'm saying? Something simple like that. Or what he do for, I ain't talk to my brother and da-da-da. Even if I didn't make it big, like, I don't want my mama to be like, I ain't take care of my son. I mean, my son ain't take care of me, or he wasn't there, or just any of that crazy. Family can come out and say like, nah, like, this is it. We it. And so for me to be like, again, with Kobe out here, like, professing myself to the world, doing this is what y'all see every day, and my family don't see that. That's crazy. Like, they think, if my sister think I'm just this mean big brother, and the world like, boy, that nigga was the coolest nigga I know. Like, that's she like, well, nah, not to me, yeah. So, nah, I can't have that on my conscience either. So
I'm gonna do you one bigger about your growth, and maybe you've already done this. I don't know. What you think about reaching out to those people who fucked you up, those coaches and like that, and like actually having a conversation with them? Not even because you've forgiven them at this point, I'm sure, but even for clothes, or even for just growth in them. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said earlier, you didn't tell me, so I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they just didn't know what their actions were.
And like with the coach, I believe like you that's kind of why I got past it, bro. You get then like when my nigga Reese, he really do this basketball shit, so I can sit down and ask him, and then when you get to asking different shit get in perspective for you. So when I started to do the forgiveness portion, it's like, all right, this was like his second year. You know what I'm saying? They trying to figure out how to coach boys. He came from coaching girls.
Yeah.
We nice. You can't come over here with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then he just trying to figure it out. Again, it's another figuring out. We all learning it together. Yeah, he wasn't the best personal coach. Yeah, of course, to the great players. Yeah, because I need to know. But to the niggas who doing all the dirty work, I might not be the best. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he is now. You know what I'm saying? So, it was just that, like, bro, niggas, people fuck up, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
It just may be something they need to hear now.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to grow them, because it's not too late for them to grow. As long as you here on earth, you still got room for growth,
Because then because like I did though, like, not to say like I want to go back a little just about the influences, like Jerome Hooks. I want to shout my nigga out. He was the first. Like, he used to come to my mama. I stayed next door to them, and I played on the opposite team, a different team, and like I was decent, and like he like, nigga, why you playing with them and shit? I'm like, bro, I don't know. Nigga, this is the first. My mama just signed me up for basketball, but they was like the best team in like the grade we was in, like 4th, 5th grade, and shit like that. So he came and got me. He took me off the team, all that shit. Like, didn't play me, shit like that. This shit had me sick. Like, bro, why you come get me and not playing me? But I just wasn't good enough yet. And you know what I'm saying? And that was first time a black man was patient with me. Then probably took like a year and a half, and then that shit just kind of clicked. And then I came one of them niggas. And so like, man, I get in trouble. I was kind of a little bad kid.
Yeah,
I get in trouble. Yeah, my mama put me on punishment and shit. He'll be like, man, let him come to practice. I'll run him to death, but please let him come to practice and shit like that. So I appreciate him fighting for me. And then I had the coach, Coach Tony. He a Mexican man. He was a lawyer at the time, but he a judge now. So now I be feeling like Ghost and shit. Like, I got a judge in my pocket. I'm just playing, though. But, he was the first person to take me out of here. Take me out of Kansas City. And, like, we went on some basketball shit, but he knew we was good, but, like, at that level, that elite Mocan shit level, like, nah. But I'm going to take y'all out here because I want to show y'all I want to show y'all the world. I want to show y'all it's bigger than Kansas City because his kids was from Shawnee. He built a team for his son. They from Shawnee Mission, Olathe area, shit like that. But the players just wasn't doing it, so he found the way to come get us in a sense. Because we really didn't have no team after Jerome stopped coaching us for like AAU. So he had got my neighbor Javon, and then Javon was just recruiting all his niggas like, hey, boy, I know a coach. He want to take us out of town. Come hoop. Just come hoop. So I went over there, and I used to have a bad attitude, just be mad, and I played like that. So, he kind of, like, helped me, like, shape that shit, like, use it on the court, but often, quit trying to fight everybody.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. Shit is okay. It's okay to use that aggression out there. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to hurt nobody. I wasn't one of them dirty-ass niggas, but I would play with aggression, especially, like, with football and shit. So, he took us to Vegas, and like, just seeing the lights at 13, just crazy. You walk in the strip, you like, bro, I ain't never in my life seen no shit like this. And, like, when we got back, he kind of explained it to us, like, that's all it was for. I just wanted to show y'all, more so the black kids. Like, my kid, I can do this with my kids anytime. You know what I'm saying? Like, but for y'all, yeah. Like, did you have fun? Yeah, did you have fun? Yeah, so I say all the time, like, bro, I was out here at 13, I seen, like, oh, it's more than Kansas City. And ever since then, like, I wanted that. Like, bro, I want whatever is out there in that world. I don't want to just be confined to Kansas City. Because, like, my mama, she wanted them. I don't do no traveling. This it for me. But I know she want to. You know what I'm saying? I just got to get her out here to do it. But seeing that is what kind of, like, changed my whole my life for real.
Yeah.
Because I just hooped and stuff. I wasn't trying to gangbang or nothing. Because I like girls, and I understand early, bro. They not in jail. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, bro, nah, I'm cool. Because then I had like cousins who was wild, and like I'll be like, bro, nah, y'all tripping. Y'all niggas don't take baths. Y'all niggas ain't. Man, hell no. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Nah, y'all niggas don't take baths. Y'all putting on the same clothes. Y'all niggas tripping. You know what, babe? I'm finna go just do my own thing, bro. And then that's why I'm like, I like games. I'm a nerd. Nigga, I'm gonna be in the crib playing video games, listening to music. And this whole time I didn't know that, like, I was training my ear. I was getting myself ready to do this. It was like, so when I be saying, like, God dropped music in my lap, I'm like, he really did, because he was putting that in us for years and years. I remember we could just be riding on the van to a basketball game. We'll be listening to some old Tupac. And he's like, boy, you hear that cymbal in the back? Mm-hmm. It'd just be me and Dre, though. Like, I'm like, boy, that shit crazy, boy, Dr. Dre. And then even, like, just knowing who is, who produced this, shit like that. Like, it just kind of happened. So when production fell in my lap, this shit was natural, for real.
Shout out to being the nerd. I was told by somebody great, secretly, we're all nerds.
Yeah, for
Shout
sure.
out to Sean.
For sure.
I shine.
Yeah.
Gotta say it correctly. Hey, man, listen. I feel like I grew with this conversation, and I appreciate you. I heard something from Sharp from No Jumper when he was on Soft White Underbelly. He told a dude, I'm happy I got to exist at the same time that you did. And I'm saying that to you. I'm happy I got to exist because I learned something. Yeah. And you feel like one of the dopest spirits I done ran into. Yeah, so I'm happy I got to exist on this earth at the same time.
Thank you, for real. And I appreciate to all the fans with my Kanye scatterbrain. I don't be talking much, so my shit just be...
I love listening to Kanye talk.
My shit just be all over the place, and I get a thought, I'm like, damn, this go back from what we was talking about 20 minutes ago.
Listen, man.
So
We're gonna get back. We're gonna do this again, and we're gonna get back. We're gonna get into that bad kid that you were. We're definitely gonna talk about that.
Yeah, down with it.
The goal is to leave an imprint, a lasting imprint
For sure.
on minds and hearts. We pray you've been indelibly marked.